Good afternoon, student. Yesterday we have studied about the central government. I have already told you about the meaning and the definition of the government, that what exactly the government is. After that, we have learned about the major parts of the government. Those are the legislature, executive, and the judiciary. I already told you that legislature means the forming of the rules and regulation. Okay, in a structure of the legislature, there are three important bodies: President, Lok Sabha, and Rajya Sabha. And in my last session on page number 96, we have studied about the structure of Lok Sabha. What exactly the Lok Sabha is? As we already know that the Lok Sabha is the first or the lower house of the parliament, and it is the most popular house because all the members who sits in the Lok Sabha is elected by the general public. So the first most point of the structure is number of members. There is according to the amendment 1987, the Goa, Daman and Div's member are raised, and now the maximum number of Lok Sabha is 552, where the 530 members from the state electorate and 20 from union electorate and the 2 from the Anglo-Indian community. Now the election, the member of the Lok Sabha are elected directly, and there is the individual adult suffrage, like 18 years old persons or above can vote, and it is a single membership theme, means one person one vote. Eligibility conditions, I have already told you. The person who is going to fight for the contest for the election, he should be the citizen of India. He must have completed the age of 25. He should not hold any office of profit अंडर द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, मतलब कोई गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय या स्टेट एम्प्लॉय ये नहीं होना चाहिए, और ना ही कोई बैंकरप्ट होना चाहिए, उसके ऊपर केस नहीं होनी चाहिए, या दिमाग से भी वो अनसाउंड माइंड का नहीं होना चाहिए. द टर्म ऑफ द ऑफिस एटलीस्ट 5 years, बट द टेन्योर ऑफ द लोक सभा, और अगर इसके पहले भी वो डिसॉल्व हो सकती है. इंडिया में इसके पहले 9 times ऐसा हो चुका है. सेशन जनरली आपको रेगुलर बेसिस पे सेशन रखने पड़ते हैं, बट 6 months में 1 session इज कंपल्शन. ऑफिस बियरर इज द स्पीकर एंड द डेप्यूटी स्पीकर्स आर द मेन. और let we see now the functions and the power of the speaker. The speaker of the Lok Sabha hold almost all those rights similar to the speaker of the House of a Common in British Parliament. As we already know that we have taken this constitution from the Britishers, so we have adopted many things from the British way of handling the parliament. So it is same like that also. Now let's see what are the major functions of the speaker. All the meetings of the Lok Sabha are chaired by the speaker. See student, the speaker is the chairperson of all the meeting, means who can take the decisions, who will maintain the discipline and the decorum of the house. Sorry, it's a major role of the speaker. Second one, speaker decides the desired agenda to be taken up for the discussion during the meeting. He only decide that on which agenda the meeting should be held. He only preside these meeting. He can only held these meeting, and he may be chaired, means he is only the chairperson of these meeting. He only decide the debates issue. He can only decide the debate issue ki on which matter today's meeting is going to held in the Lok Sabha. He is an ex officio speaker of some committees. He has also some committees where he is ex officio, and he can nominate the president of those committees also. Only the speaker can decide whether the bill is money bill or not. All the correspondence between the parliament and the president is done by the speaker. Correspondence means whatever the messaging, the letter handling is done between the parliament and the president, it is done by the speaker only. On point number 4, only speaker can decide whether the bill is money bill or not. There are two types of bill generally regulates in the Lok Sabha. One is the money bill and the another one is the ordinary bill. It is the main function of the speaker that he only decides after the discussion, after the debating, whether the given bill is the money bill, whether it relate to the monetary or the financial matter of the state or not. Understood student? So now you have very much cleared about the structure of Lok Sabha and the function of the speaker. Now let we see the structure of Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the second or the uppermost house of the parliament. Lok Sabha is the first house and the lower house of the parliament. It holds lesser power as compared to Lok Sabha. This is the second difference, that its working arena is little small than that of the Lok Sabha. Number of members and election process. The number of members of Rajya Sabha can be, it is very important point, it can be 250 maximum according to the constitution. How many members? 250 are the maximum. How many members were in Lok Sabha? 552. But at present it is only 245. 12 of them are nominated by the president. Now in the Rajya Sabha 245 are the maximum number. Out of that the 12 are nominated by the president. और ये 12 कौन होते हैं? They are distinguished personality who excel in various field of arts, literature, science, social services and sport. वो ऐसे डिग्निटीज होती है, they are a very well known faces in the arts, literature, science who can represent the India in an international panel. 233 members are elected through the state legislative assembly and these members are elected by the members of various state legislative. और जो remaining 233 होते हैं वो state ruling government अपने में से एक का nomination करके then they send to the Rajya Sabha to sit in the Rajya Sabha. So state legislature assemblies, and these members are elected by the members of various state legislature assembly of the union and the members of the legislature assembly of the union territories according to the single transferable vote system of the proportional representative. Means the state assembly can only decide the members from their state to sit in the Rajya Sabha. Those members of state can only elect them. Understood? Yes. Qualification for the member. The qualification of the members of Rajya Sabha are same as member of Lok Sabha. The only difference, that is the age required of the member of Lok Sabha is 25, whether they are having a 30. What are the qualification of the Lok Sabha member? Number 1, age should be 25. Here the age is 30. Number 2, he should be the citizen of India. Here also the same condition is applicable. Third one, he should not bear any post of the ex officio of government or a central government or a state government. Same condition is applied for the Rajya Sabha also. And the fourth one is that he should not be a bankrupt or should not be declared as an unsound mind. Same condition is here also. Understood? Now tenure of the member. There the Lok Sabha tenure is of 5 years. Let's see here. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house and is not subject to the dissolution. However, 1/3 of its member retire after every second year. Underline this point. 1/3 of its member are retired in every second year. The member who is elected for a full term serve the period of 6 years. What is the tenure of the Rajya Sabha? The tenure of the Rajya Sabha is 6 years and the tenure of the Lok Sabha is 5 years. Okay. Office bearers of Rajya Sabha. Point number 4. There are 2 office bearers in Rajya Sabha, the chairman and the deputy chairman. The vice president of India is the ex officio of chairman, and there is, who is the officio chairman of the Lok Sabha? The president. Here who is the chairperson? The vice president of India is the ex officio and the chairman of Rajya Sabha. His tenure is 5 years. Rajya Sabha elect one of its member as a deputy chairman for term of 6 years. Understood? Power and the function of the parliament. Now let's we see what are the power and the function of the parliament, including these 2 houses and president. Let's see. The constitution has provided the enough power to the parliament. The principal power of the parliament can be mentioned in the following term. The first power is legislative power. The main function of parliament is to create the laws keeping in view the national interest. Always remember, the main function of parliament is to make the law. Like recently we have studied the amendment of law between Jammu and Kashmir, that those such a big level laws or where whatever the changes in the constitution, it is done by the power of parliament only. So this is the major function of the parliament, to change or to create the new law. Okay, parliament has the power to make the law on subject mentioned in the union and concurrent list. Concurrent list means which can relate to the union as well as state list. Through the union parliament and the state assemblies, both can make the law on the subject of concurrent list. The parliamentary law overrides the state legislative law in case of contradiction. If state make any law, in that case, if any contradiction made, that contradiction can be eradicated, yeah, solved by the parliament only. Okay, laws on the residual subject can also be made by the parliament. So which laws? The changes in the constitution. Number one, the any law relating to union or a state list individually, or any law relating to the concurrent list. Okay, now, power of amendment in the constitution. Parliament has got the significant power. Significant means very important power in the relation to the amendment in constitution. A bill for an amendment in the constitution can be initiated in either house of parliament, but not in any legislative assembly. In most part of the constitution, amendment can be made by the simple majority of the house or a two-third majority of both house separately. There are some situations in the constitution where the consent of at least half of the state legislature is essential for the amendment. See, it is the very important function. If there is any chance or the need according to the national interest, if there is change in the constitution law, then such a major issue has kept for the parliament, and the majority decisions of the member are put, and then only the decision should be made. Okay, now financial power. Being the representative of the public, Indian parliament hold absolute power on the national finance, and any work related to the income and expenditure will not be performed till the budget proposed by the finance minister and approved by the parliament. Until and unless parliament can't make the approval to the budget, that financial matter is not initialized in a general public. Okay, administrative power. The parliamentary system has been set up by the Indian constitution. So according to the constitution, the union executive, that is the cabinet, is accountable to the parliament. Cabinet means the members who sits in the Lok Sabha. The cabinet can remain in office till it has the support and the confidence of the majority in the Lok Sabha. The parliament can hold control over the executive in indifferent ways. Clear? Electoral power. By though the Article 54, several electoral power have been granted to the parliament. Elected member of both the houses of parliament are part of electoral board constituted for the election. Whatever means the election power, how to election get handled, whether in the Lok Sabha or a Rajya Sabha, speaker, deputy speaker, president, or any level of election, all are conducted by the parliament only. Okay, according to the Article 66, the elected members of both the houses of parliament elect the vice president. Clear? Now, miscellaneous power. In addition to the powers mentioned above, the parliament holds some other power also. Both houses of parliament can pass the impeachment motion against the president based on the special provision of constitution. Underline the word impeachment. Impeachment means removal of the president. Both houses can pass this bill for the removal of the president. The president based on the special provision of constitution and dismiss him. In the same way, both the houses can pass the proposal to dismiss the judge of the, this is the second most power, that they, both the houses of the parliament has the power to dismiss the judge of the supreme court or high court on the basis of incompetence. मतलब या तो उनके कोई हेल्थ इशू हुए या उन्हें किसी करप्सी में पाया गया, mischief or a misconduct. This type of motion should be passed by 2/3 majority of each house. The motion to remove the vice president should be approved by the Lok Sabha. And the next function, for the effectiveness of emergency declared by president, many a time emergency get declared. In such a cases also, these powers are handled by the parliament only. The approved of both the houses is needed. The president rule is what do you mean by emergency? उस स्टेट में क्या होता है कि चीफ मिनिस्टर का रोल ख़त्म हो जाता है और उस स्टेट को जो गवर्न करता है इधर गवर्नर ऑफ द स्टेट और द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया. द प्रेसिडेंट रूल इज़ एक्सरसाइजेबल फॉर 6 मंथ. ये 6 मंथ्स के लिए लागू होता है एट अ टाइम. एंड स्टिल इफ दैन ऑल्सो नीडेड, अगर वापस भी ज़रूरत पड़ती है तो दैन ऑल्सो इट विल बी एक्सटेंडेड फॉर 6 मंथ मोर. बट फॉर दिस द कंसेंट ऑफ बोथ द हाउसेस इज मैंडेटरी. So student, till here today we have studied. You go through, read till page number 98. I think you can betterly understand this chapter till here. Thank you.